Sitting here, we're looking for some normalcy. We're locked indoors. We're looking for something to occupy. Our brains are turning into sand. We're tired of watching Netflix, and it's time to find some meaning, and here's why.
Tired of Netflix.
The students still are playing, and they're dancing, and they're singing. It's as if COVID is absent from our space.
Dancing, singing.
It's time to sit on down, grab some popcorn, lose your frown, and join the Southwest Performing Arts Showcase. Hello, everyone. Welcome to episode 2 of the Southwest Performing Arts Showcase. So excited to have you here tonight. Thank you for taking time to be here with us. What are you watching? I'll tell you. The Southwest Performing Arts Showcase, it's a series of live stream performances to just give students an opportunity to share some of the art that they're making, some of the music they're creating, the performing, the creations that they're doing, because this is a time when we need it more than ever. And so that's what we're doing. We're trying to provide an opportunity for students to be highlighted. You're going to see some unbelievable talent tonight. Tonight's lineup includes Eve, Sylvia, Anna, Peregrine, and Cecily, who are doing a live performance. What does this mean, live versus not live? I'll tell you. The interviews that you're going to see clearly are being streamed live. We're here just meeting in this little weird studio. There are people in the green room, meaning a small screen down underneath me. So they're waiting there to come out and join us. And many of the performances, most that you see, are pre-recorded performances that students have done. And Peregrine and Cecily are going to do a live performance of a duet scene that they've been working on. So a little bit, in case you're new to the Southwest arts scene, the performing arts scene, Southwest has a dance department, a guitar department, choir department, band department, orchestra department, instrumental jazz department, and theater department. It's bananas. And it's wonderful at the same time. So you're going to hear from teachers and students that are parts of all of those different programs, and hopefully get some insight into what they've been doing during COVID. Something that does come up frequently is because of the fact that we aren't doing performances, we're not doing concerts, we're really down a lot of revenue. We have this unbelievable department with this unbelievable staffing, and our budgets are almost nothing. For the choir department, for example, that's my world, and I can only speak to that. We have enough money from the district and the building to buy not even one piece of music for every student, let alone piano, chairs, equipment, folders, and that's just choir. All of us have to have funds to do what we do. We have an unbelievable organization, the PAC committee, the Performing Arts Committee, that does huge amounts of work and fundraising so that we can do what we do. Normally, in an average year, they raise anywhere between $50,000 and $80,000 so that we can do what we do. Without it, we would not have departments. So because of that, we're not raising those funds, and we need your help. So at the end, you'll have an opportunity. I don't think I have a banner for this. At the end, you'll have an opportunity to make a donation. Yes, there it is. Donate at SWHS Performing Arts. There's a link there to make a donation. So it's swhsperformingarts.org, and you can scroll down. There's a donate button, and anything that you can help with would be tremendously helpful, so that we have a chunk change to get started when we resume in-person learning with these amazing students. Enough about that. First off, we're going to get into the guitar department for just a minute. We are so rare and privileged and happy and lucky to have the department we have at Southwest, and that is due almost entirely to this young gal. Here she is, Miss Ruth LeMay.
Gal, I thought it was somebody else.
Hi, Miss LeMay.
I'll take it.
I'm enjoying your shawl. I'm enjoying your shawl action.
I thought I'd little poof it up tonight.
It's kind of glamorous.
I like to be glamorous.
Of course.
Once in a great while.
Every once in a while. So, hey, can you tell us about our first performer tonight? What do we have happening?
I can. I have some amazing guitarists, and I have a singer on tonight, and as she accompanies herself on guitar. This is Eve Broker. Eve Broker is a senior, and she has been with me 4 years. She's an utter delight as a human being, a beautiful guitarist, a beautiful singer, a songwriter as well, although tonight she's doing a cover tune from the Talking Heads called "This Must Be the Place." So, it's great to have a kid for 4 years, and then there's this bittersweet time that we're
Right.
about to embrace right now as we send her off to Montana State to major in music education and music
Yes,
engineering.
girl. Yes.
Yeah, yeah.
Can we bring her on
So,
right now? Can we just bring her on?
let's listen. Go Eve.
Eve. Hi, Eve. How are you? Upsies. There we go. I unmuted
There we
you.
go.
Hi.
Hi. I'm good. How are you?
Wonderful. It's so good to see you. Miss LeMay, do you want to set up what we're going to see, or Eve? I don't know how you guys want to do this.
Well, I think Eve can speak to it a bit, but I just really want to say how proud I am of the journey Eve has been on through her 4 years as a musician. It's super cool to meet a young person when they come in as a freshman and they're kind of shy and really, really quiet and not really sure what to expect. And then through the years, day by day, month by month, you just watch this person embrace who they are, embrace the art they found, the community, the friends. And, Eve can speak for herself a little bit, I think, about the journey or the feeling in her heart when she's in the guitar space or with the guitar folks. But
And
I
I would
know
love
I'm
to know,
here
like, how it began. I would love to know how it began. Like Eve, when you started guitar, had you played before? Have you always, or is it new? And then what was your journey, like Miss LeMay said?
So I've pretty much been playing music. I started playing piano when I was like 5 or 6. So I've been playing music my whole life and through middle school. But I really didn't learn guitar until high school. So the guitar program, I didn't really want to join any of the programs. I just didn't like. So I didn't really play an orchestra instrument. I didn't want to do choir though. It just so guitar was kind of the one place where I felt like I could maybe find a place to fit in because I knew I wanted to be a part of the arts, but it wasn't like, I don't know, it felt the best for me to start there.
Sure.
So yeah, I did advanced guitar freshman year. I probably wasn't advanced enough for advanced guitar at that point, but I kind of sped up that process really quick and learned pretty fast. And then ended up in guitar orchestra for my last 3 years. So
Wow.
yeah, I don't know. It's been a great experience for me. It's definitely where I found like the most community at Southwest, was just kind of with guitar and with my friends and guitar and everything. So,
And isn't that what it's about? I mean, I love my art form. I love choral music to the core of my being,
for
and
sure.
I love pop music to the core of my being. And
Yep.
it's all a vehicle for community and belonging.
Definitely.
And
Yeah.
that's what it's all about.
Yep, for sure.
I'm so glad you were able to find that. Some people don't. Some people don't ever find that.
Yeah. No,
So
yeah.
that's beautiful. I want to, what can you tell us about this song? When I saw the clip, I didn't watch all of it. I will be honest, because I like to save it a little bit, but I start each one to make sure the audio is okay or whatever.
Yeah, for sure.
And I'm like, this is Talking Heads. This is a cool version of a Talking Heads song, which is already a cool song. So can you tell us about the song, the arrangement?
Yeah, so I like the song about the Lumineers has a version of it. So I kind of took an arrangement from them and then I changed it a little bit and made it different. So it's kind of a version of a version. But yeah, I don't know. It's just a song I like playing. I like playing it at like campfires and stuff. So it's always just been one that's been fun for me to play. So,
well, can we hear it? Let's watch it.
yeah.
Here we go, ladies and gentlemen. Eve singing. Name of the song, please.
This Must Be the Place by the
This
Talking
must
Heads.
be the place.
Let's be say about
Yes, that was beautiful. Oh, so good.
Thank you.
Thank you so much for sharing that with us.
Of
That
course.
was so awesome.
Yeah.
Amazing head voice, by the way. I'm enjoying where you place the tone.
Right?
That's really
Yeah.
good. Thank you for coming. Thank you for sharing with
Yeah,
us.
thank you guys.
Take care, Eve.
Yeah, bye.
So proud
Bye.
of you. So proud.
Oh, what a treat.
I know. Isn't she
That
awesome?
tone, the head voice.
I know. I got some singers over there and a guitar.
I was going to say, this is what happens when
Mhm.
an accomplished singer teaches guitar. This is the product. Maybe.
Well,
I don't
thank
know.
you.
I could be wrong.
Maybe I
Who's
don't know
next?
if people know, but you're quite the accomplished guitarist.
Oh, I don't know about that. I try. I used to play a lot more than I do now. I miss it, but my fingers are totally wimpy. I have no calluses whatsoever.
It comes back.
I know.
Yeah.
So who's our next guest? Who is your next student?
Well, every now and then in a person's career,
Mhm.
someone comes along that makes you just kind of stop in your tracks and say, wow,
Huh.
what am I going to do with this one?
Wow.
What a joy. I hope they stay in my class for 4 years.
Yeah.
And so Sylvia Miller is our next guest. And gosh, she's a senior, so I want to be respectful of the grown-up that she has become or is becoming. But really, when I look at her, I also just have such a mom heart and brain. And I envision this little girl walking around the house carrying an itty bitty tiny guitar and falling in love because nobody can play classical guitar at her age unless your heart and your head and your every ounce of every part of your being is in it.
Do you mean this girl?
I do. There she is.
Hi, Sylvia.
Surprise me like that. That's so scary.
Yeah, her playing is heart-stoppingly gorgeous.
Sylvia, what was your start? What brought you to guitar? Is this something you've done your whole life?
Yeah, pretty much. So I started when I was 4 taking lessons, classical guitar lessons, yeah. And just continued up until high school, and I joined Miss LeMay's class, like she said, when I was a freshman. Yeah, I loved it. It's really, the guitar orchestra is so cool. It's such a cool program that we have at our school. We're so lucky to have Miss LeMay.
Right? Seriously. And this piece that you're going to we're going to hear. This was a college audition piece that you recorded. Is that correct?
Yeah.
And is that something you want to pursue after high school? You want to keep playing in some way?
Yeah, definitely. Well, I'm going to school, like I'm planning on majoring in guitar performance, actually. So, yeah.
All these music majors. I'm so excited.
I know.
That's beautiful. Where does one major? Where does one major in guitar?
A lot of schools offer it. Actually, you'd be surprised. Like classical guitar, I've applied to I think 6 or 7 different schools so far. So
cool.
Yeah.
Cool. Well, do you want to, Miss LeMay? Do you want to introduce the piece, or I don't know how we want to set it up?
Well, she's going to play 2 selections out of a set of 5 from the El Suite de. Oh no, I erased it because I said I wasn't going to do this. Cuerno, something like that, by a contemporary composer. And by contemporary, we mean the composer still walking on our planet, living and breathing, a real human being, Jose Luis Merlin. And I think that I just have to say, if you close your eyes and listen, Sylvia will just transport you to another location, and she is already in the know of like some of the top guitar people across our nation.
Well, speaking of top guitar people, Sylvia, you have received some honors as a high school guitar student.
Yes. Well,
what are some of those honors?
I would say most, like the biggest one is I've been to All Nationals. So it's like the All National Guitar Orchestra 3 times, and it's only been around for 3 years. So I've done it every year.
Wow.
Where I go to Florida and play with in a guitar orchestra with kids from all across the U.S.
Oh my goodness.
And when I talk to the conductors, they're like, Sylvia is yours? I'm like, I'm going to claim her. She's mine.
Well, let's get right to it. I need to hear it right now. Now,
Thank you.
the hair may be different, but the
Yes.
talent is not. Sylvia Miller, ladies and gentlemen. Oh my goodness. That is just warms my heart.
Right? Right?
Oh,
That just
thank
makes
you
me-
so much, Sylvia, for sharing with us. That was
Yeah.
beautiful.
Yeah.
That was beautiful. And thank you, Miss LeMay, for coming out and showing off your amazing students.
My pleasure. My absolute pleasure.
Have a lovely night, both of you. Take care. Bye.
Okay.
Bye, Miss LeMay. Wow. All right. Next up, we have another one of the amazing instructors at Southwest High School. Ladies and gentlemen, the always up for a good time, Reed Wixon. There he is. There he is.
Hey, Mr. Fisher. How are you?
Hi.
Good to see you, Brian.
How are you?
I'm great. I'm great. It's super nice. It's a beautiful night.
Celeste, a minute ago when we chatted, you were outside at having a fire. Is this true?
It is true. It's the snow full moon tonight. So get out there and enjoy it. It's beautiful.
Well, I would not want to keep you, but I have to just toot your horn for a little while, Mr. Minnesota Music Educator of the Year.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yes.
Technically not anymore. Technically it
Okay.
was 2020, but
Okay. Well, it feels like we haven't been in the building, so it feels like it just happened. Anyway, we're all quite proud of you. We really are.
I appreciate that.
So what can you tell us about first what you do at Southwest, and then about what the student we're going to hear?
Yeah, I do. There's two jazz ensembles that meet during the 0 hour, Jazz 1 and Jazz 2. There's two concert bands, two full-size wind ensemble. One is a wind ensemble, and one's we call it symphonic band. And then there's two string orchestra courses. One's called String Orchestra and one's Chamber Orchestra. And this evening we're going to hear from Anna Lee, who's the concert master of the Chamber Orchestra. She's a violinist, and she's phenomenal. She's been our concert master for 2 years. So she helps with bowing, she helps lead sectionals, and it's wonderful to have that student leadership experience for her.
Fantastic. She's not able to be here live, but you did go out of your way to make a little interview that we're going to be able to watch.
Yeah.
And then we'll go right into hearing her play. So
Excellent.
Thank you for taking time away from the kiddles and your fire to come and say hello to our viewers and to share your amazing students with us. So
thank you for organizing this, Brian. We appreciate it.
Not a problem. Take care, Mr. Wilson.
Here with me today is one of our orchestra students. Would you welcome Anna Lee? Woohoo! Yay! Welcome, Anna. How's it going today, Anna? How are you doing?
I'm great. Yeah, thank you.
Excellent, excellent. Well, thanks so much for joining us this evening on our Southwest Performing Arts Showcase. Anna, can you tell me a little bit, how did you decide to fall in love with the violin? What was it that really grabbed you?
I don't know. I started when I was 6 years old, and it just kind of worked out. There was a teacher who taught at my preschool, and so that's how we found out about her, and I really liked her. And yeah, I think that was the main thing in the beginning, was I was just really inspired by my teacher. And then yeah, it just kept happening over the years. I switched to my current teacher, who is Cece Belcher. She plays in the Minnesota Orchestra. She's absolutely amazing. And she just kind of, inspired me. She had me join Gitsy's, a youth symphony program here in the Twin Cities. And that just made me want to do it for the rest of my life. So
that's so cool. As someone who's been doing music my whole life, I just love to see that. So next year, your goal is to continue ... What's your goal next year?
Yeah, so I'm going to be going to a music school or conservatory. Decisions are not out yet. I don't have any sort of, school, but I applied to a few places, and yeah, we'll just see where it takes me. I'm really excited to see where I end up. But yeah, I'm definitely going to be studying violin. And yeah, my goal right now is to play in an orchestra eventually, but who knows, maybe chamber, maybe something else.
I was just going to ask, where do you see yourself 8 years from now? In an orchestra somewhere? That's the goal?
Yes.
Excellent. Excellent. Tell us a little bit about the piece you are going to perform tonight.
Yeah, so this is a violin concerto by Cezanne. He was a romantic composer. Yeah.
Why did you choose this piece?
So my teacher presented a few options that would be acceptable for music school auditions. And I just listened to a bunch of pieces, and I picked my favorite, which is this one, because the beginning, all of the sol G, which means just everything on the G string, it's got this wonderful sound, and the piece is just so lively that it was my favorite out of all the other options.
Oh,
Beautiful. Wow.
unbelievable. Unbelievable. I'm here with Miss Berg and Miss H. Who are you? I will tell them who you are. These are the Divas O the Theater at Southwest High School.
Yes.
Miss Berg, you are such an icon in our building and such an important, I'm not kidding, you're such an important person to all of us in the performing arts. You lead us in many ways, and it means a lot to us. And that's Miss H's dog.
Yep.
Ruined the moment. Thanks. No, I'm just kidding.
Oh, sorry, she was loving the classical music though. So calm.
Wasn't it stunning?
It was really
beautiful. Oh my gosh, beautiful.
And Miss H, this is year number 3?
2.
Only 2.
It's been such a year, it feels like 5.
Right, true.
So true. Year
It's
2.
true. So, can you tell us, Miss H, how you came to Southwest? Like, what was your little mini journey that got you there?
Yeah. Always loved theater, majored in it in college, did it in high school. We didn't have a theater program just after school, but I would have loved a Miss Berg or something at an active theater program that we have. Graduated college, did some stuff with hearing aids, worked with students at College Possible. So I was always interested in education and students. And then while I was working full time, I thought I'm going to go back to school and get my teaching license at Hamlin. But through that, I met Colleen Callahan Russell, who was a dance teacher at Southwest for many beautiful years and a pioneer herself in arts in Minneapolis. And her and I just got along really well. So she was my mentor teacher when I was kind of learning a bunch of things. And then we just really hit it off. And she kind of pushed Margaret and I's stars together. And we're like, you two would get along really well. There's a position open. Just kind of kept pushing my name, and Margaret, I was so formal in my first email to Margaret. It's the funniest thing to read now that we talk like 12 times a day. But I was like, hello, Miss Berg. My name is, and it was and then
We are just so incredibly lucky that your paths did cross.
Yes.
We love you so much. We're so glad you're at Southwest. And Miss Berg, if you're interested in knowing more about Miss Berg, you can go to Beyond, what do we call it?
What?
The show we did last spring.
oh,
Behind the scene.
Yeah, you're gonna hear me talk ad nauseum about myself.
Fascinating.
it is fascinating.
Anyway, it'll probably be
Check it
connected
out.
to this video in some way. But there's a series of interviews of teachers. It's quite fascinating to find out your journey. Miss Berg, can you tell us, however, how long you've been doing theater at Southwest?
What's Southwest?
Yeah, and like what else you do at Southwest currently?
Okay, I started at Southwest when 16 years ago. So my first show was helping with Man of La Mancha, and I coached the actors, and that was really fun. I just did this little thing because another Fisher, Chris Fisher, ran into me in the mailroom, and we talked about theater, and then he got me involved because I was teaching English. So, and I was also at Roosevelt. So yeah, so that was my first show, and then I worked with Nancy Lee, and then with Bill Smith, we were able to like really create a program, and so yeah, so I've done, man. I mean, we've done some great, like Hairspray, Ragtime, Tommy, Les Mis, all the greats. So yeah, it's been really fun. And then so then I started teaching HL 1 and 2, so the higher level theater courses, which I really like. And a lot of our kids that do that really go on and do theater, which is really fun to see them kind of moving on. And then I teach English classes too now. So I teach lit and performance, which is kind of fitting. But yeah, so I'm licensed in English and theater, so I'm able to do both.
And both of these amazing humans are being very humble. The program that is at Southwest is unbelievable. There is a fall musical focusing primarily on 9th and 10th graders every year. There's a spring full scale musical as well. There are 4 student-directed black box full productions where students direct, do tech, do every bit of the production overseen by this department. 2 1-acts or 2 1-acts a year? One or two,
depending. We've sometimes did 3. It depends on what we do. So we go to competition and stuff. Yeah, it's fun.
And then a full scale fall play.
Yeah, as
Yeah,
well.
I love doing the fall plays. Those are really, really fun to
That's like
really,
your baby.
really. Oh my gosh, I love it. Diving into acting and like really working on that. And
Mhm.
yeah, it's really, really fun.
Well, speaking of acting, we have a couple of your actors here with us. So I'm going to bring them
Yes.
on. And why don't you introduce them and then I'll know which one to bring on first.
All right, we have Cicely Bass. Woo! Woo, 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 woo. And Peregrine Todd. Yay! Woo, 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 woo. So yeah, these are two fabulous actors that have done theater since they started. They're juniors, so I still have another year. We have another year with them, which is exciting. Yay! And really fun. They're just game to try anything. They're both in my HL1 class, so that's fun. I get to see them at least twice a week, if not more. So yeah, they're fab. So this is. Do you want me to tell you about the show, or that we're what you want, or do you want to do more with them?
No, well, yeah, I want to ask a couple questions. Now, Miss H, you have to run somewhere. Do you need to go?
I do, but Cicely and Peregrine, great. Good luck. I can't wait to see it. And yay! I'm so weird with goodbyes, but
Thank you for taking time out and making it happen. I really appreciate it.
of course. Bring light, guys.
Bye, Miss H.
Bye.
Oh, okay. So, Peregrine, can you just sort of tell us about your involvement in theater and why theater? How did you get involved?
Yeah, well, okay. I was thinking about it. I was worried you were gonna ask this question. And I think the first play I ever did was in second grade, like the Sneetches, if that's correct.
The star-bellied Sneetches who had stars upon theirs?
Yeah, I was a plain-bellied Sneetch, so I don't know. I wanted to start with this is kind of against the morals of the play, but whatever. Yeah, and then I sort of did it through middle school, and the first play I did at Southwest was the fall musical, my freshman year, High School Musical. And I'm more of like an actor than a singer, I would say. But yeah, and then I think I did the one acts that year, and then I think I've taken theater every year. Yeah. So I don't know. I've just been as involved as possible, and I don't really remember what made me first want to do it, but yeah.
Well, we're glad you're here. Seriously, you're such a huge asset to the program. And Cicely, how about you? What brought you into theater?
It's a pretty similar story actually. Elementary school, I had this fun. I don't even remember her name, which is sad because I was like 4. But in kindergarten, there was this really phenomenal like acting woman who would come into my school, and then she put on the play. So they weren't necessarily like through the school, but she would just come, and our teacher would like let us with her. And so we did the Lorax when I was in kindergarten, and which was so cute. And since then, I've really like I did it all the way through middle school. The musicals at Anthony, and then I did High School Musical. It was my first show at Southwest. I've done all of the big spring musicals since then. I've done a black box. I got casted in one that got cut for COVID reasons, but I've been I've costumed. I don't know. Again, just same. I've been trying to keep as involved in everything theater related at Southwest as possible.
Nice. And Peregrine, have you been able to do any tech for any shows in your time there?
I don't think I have actually. I always mean to do it, and then like I missed the first costuming meeting or something. I definitely plan to senior year. So yeah.
Tech is so much fun, and it's so important to understand all of the aspects of being an actor or performer. Without the tech, there is no performance. You know, the hair, the makeup, the lighting, the sound, all of it works together to make it all happen. Front of house. One more question, Cicely. What would you say to anyone who's thinking like, maybe I should go out for a play, maybe I should do theater, maybe I should do a show? Like, what would you say to them if they're on the fence?
Do it, absolutely do it, 100% do it. Like, I was so scared because I knew that I wanted to keep doing theater in high school, but I was absolutely terrified when I was a freshman. Like, oh my, so scared. But literally just even walking into auditions and like being surrounded by like upperclassmen, it's like they're the nicest people. Like they will help you through everything. Like you will.
That's so good to hear.
Like it'll be absolutely terrifying, but it'll be something new. It'll push you out of your comfort zone for sure, but it'll be so rewarding in the end. And like the performances and even just like getting like making new friends and like the cast parties, all those things like really make it worth it for sure.
Awesome. Oh, thank you so much for being here. So I hear there's a costume sort of setup that needs to occur. So I'm going to take you guys, I'm going to put you back in the green room for a second. And then I'm going to ask Miss Berg a question or two about if you know anything. Ooh, this is a close up. I don't know.
Yeah, I know. I was going to move away.
We don't have any fun at work at all.
I know.
So, oopsies. That was not intentional. Sorry. That's much better. There we go. Wrong button. So, do you know anything about the scene, or is this a surprise?
I do actually. You know, we cast a show, and Tor Johnson directed it. So we did it. We're putting it together. It's 6 actors, and Peregrine and Cicely are one. It's called Reunited Shorts and Other Stories by Len Cuthbert, and this one's called Delilah. And they're doing just part of it. I think it's about 7 minutes long, this particular scene. They're doing part of it. And one important thing to know is that Peregrine's character has cancer. And so that's what it's about. But it's such a great, it's Jacob and Nora, Gus, Cicely, Peregrine, and Emily. And we're going to post it on the Southwest website so anyone can watch it. So we'll let you know when it's up there because we're still putting it together. But
that's
yeah,
awesome.
That's what it's about.
Well, you're such a treat. I'm going to take us both off the screen, and I'm just going to bring them up. And as soon as they come up, they'll know that they start.
Great.
So they're on right now. The lights are ready to come up. So here we go. If I can do this right.
I was at the hospital to see you, but they said you had gone home. I overheard a patient talking to a psychiatrist. Doctor, I think my son is crazy. He thinks he's a chicken. Doc says, well, you need to take him to the hospital right away. I say, I would, but we need the eggs. Everyone in the dorm went skydiving today. They said to say hi. They really miss you.
Why didn't you go?
Because I'm here with you. 30 minutes till flight time if you still want to go.
Parachuting regulations prohibit skydiving with an IV pole.
That sounds like a violation of the Freedom of Act's right to me. I'll file a complaint for you if you want.
So, what made you finally decide to come and see me?
Well, I got tired of waiting for you to come back to the dorm.
And you couldn't bribe anyone else to be your friend? So did my parents tell you to talk to me?
You know why a chicken coop only has 2 doors? If it had 4 doors, it would be a chicken sedan.
Thought so. So you agree with them then?
What are you talking about?
You know exactly.
It's not that I agree with them. It's just that...
You don't want me to give up.
Well, hello? Come on. When have you ever given up on anything? You're a natural fighter.
Just like you.
Me?
Yes, you. You've always been my greatest support. That's where I get the confidence to never quit. What would I be without you, Jade?
A monk.
As appealing as that sounds, I'm still glad I stuck it out with you.
They don't call us windbag and pipsqueak for nothing.
If it weren't for the windbag, I wouldn't have done half the things I've done.
Everything you've done has been through your own determination and talent.
Not true. Whose voice made me college president?
What? Big deal. Somebody had to be your campaign manager. You were the perfect candidate, and they needed you. They just didn't know you existed, so I helped them.
And who was the loudest in the stands at my volleyball games?
The windbag. Sure wasn't those cheesy cheerleaders. They sucked.
You drowned them out.
That'll teach them for not letting me on the squad. I love seeing the opposing team's coach have a meltdown when I persuaded their cheerleaders to cheer you on. That was hilarious.
And who got Sammy to quit calling me, texting me, and creeping on my Facebook?
Oh, yeah. Sammy. Well, that was a no-brainer. But I took care of him real quick. Sammy, how you doing? I even called my friend Delilah. Listen up. Nah, you listen to me, Sammy boy. You keep calling her, you'll have to learn to play piano with 3 fingers, you hear? Hard to sit and play with your knees bent the other way, right? You call, text, and message her one more time, you'll be whistling Dixie through your missing teeth. And if you think that's hard, Try humming with your lower lip pulled over your head. So no more contact. Ah, that's a good boy, Sammy. Sweet dreams, buddy boy. The snook was never good enough for you. And Sam and Delilah? That just doesn't sound right together. Never would have worked.
See, you've always been there for me.
Aww, yay! I love you guys.
So good. So very good. So such thorough characters. We're so proud of you.
Yeah.
So thank everyone in the audience for joining us for this evening of highlighting students' unbelievable talent and amazing souls and beautiful hearts.
Yeah.
And hopefully we'll see you again on March 11th at our next one, where the faculty are preparing this. The performing arts staff are preparing a special performance to commemorate something kind of special. You can put 2 and 2 together to figure out what that's commemorating. So hopefully we'll see you then. Thank you, Cicely. Thank you, Peregrine. Thank you, Miss LeMay. Thank you, Miss Berg.
Thank you.
Thank
Everyone
you,
else who's
Fisher.
involved tonight. Take care, everybody.
Thank
Bye.
you.
Occupy. Tired of Netflix. Playing, dancing, singing. Southwest Performing Arts Showcase.